That's not what I was expecting.
Well, you caught me off guard.
Fuck, dude. Fuck Raw.
Dude, it's one of the most boring shows ever.
Sometimes I want to watch it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, I didn't really want to watch Fastlane. But Vince and Tara came over, and it was like, okay, this will be
a party.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a party.
But they weren't here tonight. I was just sitting here with fucking you. We were watching fucking Kevin Owens. The Big Show.
Fight the Big Show, man. That was a piece of garbage.
We literally played bananagrams.
Yeah. So it was like, felt like high school.
Here's the question I have is, we're not going to talk a lot about Raw tonight. So if you're one of the like fans who watches, but you don't like ever leave comments, you're not in the chat, don't watch this one.
Or give us a shot. Maybe you'll like our personalities.
Did you see that? That happens sometimes, where the cursor just gets big when I'm trying to do something. Anyway, we played bananagrams tonight.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to talk about regarding bananagrams is we used to play bananagrams a lot back in high school. And for the Dan-Dans who don't know what bananagrams is, it's like a game that comes with like little Scrabble, like letter tiles, and it comes in a banana pouch. And you start with a certain number, and you need to make words out of it, and you keep playing until all the tiles are gone.
Yeah, it's like Scrabble.
We literally...
Wait, hold on. I saw this video on Reddit today of this like really cute girl, and I wanted to show you.
She is pretty cute.
And I just think it's just a really pretty girl. I think every once in a while...
Are you going to show me or are you going to show them?
I'm going to show them, but you'll see on the playback. I think every once in a while you just need to, appreciate a pretty girl video. So
well, this is weird, but
I want to show you.
Hey, Ty. Is that real? Oh! How is that even possible? Smell it. I can't believe you farted like that.
No. I thought she was really cute, and then after watching that, she's a little less cute. I find her a little less attractive.
But you still like her.
But it's because she films vertically. That's why I find her less attractive.
Yeah, dude. See, no, I had a conversation with a friend of mine recently. My friend Sandy. We had a conversation about deal breakers. You know what I'm saying, regarding someone that you're interested in, and she asked me if I had any, and I was like, I don't really sit around and think about what I don't like about people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't think I like that. I don't know if I like that, dude. I mean, I wouldn't be like, don't ever talk to me again, but I would be like, really? You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, I still think. Okay, we're talking about the fart. She farted.
Yeah.
Or the you wouldn't like that she films vertically. That's a deal breaker.
Filming vertically, we really need to have a conversation.
We've had plenty of conversations.
I know, because I've had to correct you on it several times, but you've gotten better. You've gotten better.
Bullshit.
You know who I have to correct a lot?
Who?
About filming vertically?
Who?
Amanda Levine. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to watch Matt Nix wrestle, that heel jerk Matt Nix, and I see her like this. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing?
No, you can't do it. You got to do, because that's not how you watch video. You watch it.
So how did you come across this?
It's on Reddit.
So when did you find this?
Today.
What time?
It's on the front page of Reddit.
What time?
At like, I don't know, during the day when I was at work.
So you're at work watching videos of girls fart. That's what you do. What's your life?
By accident.
How many times did you watch it?
A bunch. It's short. I think I don't find farting attractive. It's not like a fetish or anything, but for that, that girl farting is a little gross to me, but at the same time, I think it's really badass and funny.
That is a badass. That is literally a badass.
Well, I didn't mean it like that. but it's like I got respect because that's fucking hilarious for her to do that. You know what
I think my favorite part is the other kid when he said, "I can't believe you farted like that,"
and just his
he's
face.
genuinely shocked
You
and
want to watch that
affected.
again?
Yeah,
All right,
let's take this apart bit by bit.
all right.
This is what happens when Raw's bad, guys. The artist wants to play clips of girls farting. I didn't book it.
I can't find more. I have.
We don't need any more. Just one's enough.
Hey, Ty. Mm-hmm.
Look at his face.
Is that real? Oh! How is that even possible? Smell it. I can't believe you farted like that. How?
Now,
Hold on, let me see this real quick. Let me say it real quick. My favorite part of this video, believe it or not, has nothing to do with the fart. It's something I just noticed now as I was watching it here.
Hey, Ty.
So we'll kill the volume. I want to talk about Homeboy's belly button and the fact that you can see it through his shirt.
That's what D-Ray said right now.
I love how
in the
tight
chat.
that kid's shirt was. You could see the outline of his belly button. But see, he's got one of those belly buttons that's like, he's got such a big belly button that you could, like, how much do you think you could put in there? Like, liquid-wise. I think
liquid. See, I think you could fit like a whole roll of quarters.
I think you could fit a quarter water bottle worth of water in that boy's belly button.
Yeah.
And now I was kind of questioning the legitimacy of this,
If
whether
it was
or
real
not. Yeah,
or not.
but that's a fart face. You know what I
Big
mean?
time. When I first saw it, I'm like, oh, it's totally fake. But there's that. Her face, she's pushing it out. You can tell her face is clenching. It's just because she's pushing it out. And then also, she laughs as she's farting, and the fart like laughs with her.
What do you mean?
At the end, it's like the fart like vibrates with her. It's like.
Play it again.
Listen to the end of the fart.
James talking about the kid's belly button says you could fit at least 3 listeners in there.
Listen to the end of the fart, guys. Careful. See? Like.
Is that real?
And then, hold on.
Oh!
Like, that's a root. They're both reacting to the fart smell. And it's very, I buy it. I buy it. 100%.
You got something wrong with you. You got something wrong with you.
It's all right. I don't need it.
Let's talk about us. I don't want to talk about wrestling.
You want to talk about it at all?
No.
All right.
No. No, we're not going to talk about it at all.
All right.
Not today.
We already, well, okay.
All we've really done is mention
All right.
the show.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Well, the first thing I was going to bring up, you don't want to talk about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. I don't
You don't want to talk about that?
No.
Sorry, Daniel. He doesn't want to talk about it.
It's not, it's not that exciting anyways. It's
I
really
think
not that big.
yeah, but it's.
They don't
I think it's relatable for the Dan
The Danons don't care.
don't they?
But I don't want to talk about it. Not yet.
I feel like everybody at this point should be watching R&B, a dating show. Wouldn't you say?
Guys, if you haven't been watching R&B, a dating show, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Jazz
It's
James
the
says,
goddamn-
please don't talk about Raw.
It's the fucking funniest show we have ever done. It's hilarious. And we're not even in it.
I'm texting Amanda, telling her to get in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She needs to get in the chat. I don't know.
She sent me a picture of a goat.
Get her life.
Get her life?
And give
I
it
need
to
to
her.
get her
Get
life.
her life and give it to her so she can get her
She
life.
has her life.
I don't know. She's not in the chat. That's not a life. It's not a life I want to live.
Um,
Not being in the chat of this fucking show.
I mean, we had a pretty good podcast the other night at Matt Nick's house. Matt Nick's was gracious enough to host the evening. And he sang a song. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I should, who would I be to not share Matt Nix's musical abilities with the world.
You gotta share.
I see it like really great. Nick, what was that song you were singing? God, I can tell, taking my love for granted.
It's like
He's pretty good.
it's like he's like doing some 80s hair metal.
I mean, he's a professional wrestler.
Maybe you need to change his profession.
I don't know if he needs to change
He's gonna do
it.
both.
I just think maybe he could take on another.
He could do both. He could be the singing wrestler.
You got like a wet boogie up in your nose there. I'm looking at it. I don't like it. It looks like the alien from Independence Day. Let me see it. That's gone. I think you sucked it up into your brain.
Oh, I
didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. No.
Did you like it?
No.
I don't care.
No. System says that Raw was kind of dull and Owens lost to show.
Yeah, that was a pathetic day in my book. Don't do that.
That's enough about Raw.
Oh, we talk too much shit.
Yeah.
We gotta cancel the show. Hold on the show.
Oh, hold on the show.
I need.
I want to tell Amanda Levine has joined the chat, and now the show is better.
She and Amanda has found her life because she's joined the chat.
She and Amanda? She is Amanda. Amanda says, nice
I don't
shirt,
know what's
Ian.
that.
And if you guys were wondering what shirt she's talking about, I'm talking about the Bay and Violent Rob shirt. You know what I'm saying? Stevie Fierce and Rob I
How
Matter.
could you be seen
The
wearing that shirt? Those
the-
guys are asses.
The Freelance Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
I gotta respect them for that, I guess.
I mean, like, I don't like them. They're not friends of mine. If I had a choice, they'd lose my number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they've beaten everybody that's put in front of them.
So far.
Khalil Scott says Undertaker said something short, and he did. But Khalil, I don't want to talk about Raw.
It's not a
tonight.
Raw show.
I don't want to talk about Raw.
Who does?
Burnout Inc. is a guy I really like. I enjoy his work. He's got a great YouTube channel. You should click on his channel and subscribe and check out his stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Do it, guys. Come on.
And he says, LOL, love the shirt, Ian.
I don't have a wrestling shirt. I'm just wearing a shirt.
You're wearing a sweater. And why do you have a shirt? Is tonight the night that the shirt comes back off? You haven't done a shirtless Raw Talks in a while.
No,
No?
it's cold outside.
But we're inside.
But I got to go out there after.
Oh. See, one of the things that I was thinking about after Matt Nix sang that song is what it would sound like if you did it.
Real quick, this one is not planned and it's not a bit. What were you just humming over there? Skyrockets down, taking my love for granted.
See, I was trying to invoke the original essence of the song, and I kind of pictured it as like the intro
Yeah.
to the song, like, you know, like think about it as like a track on a CD,
I'm thinking.
and you know that you just hear that no music, and then you hear, and then comes in, you know, and then you get it again with more energy, like Matt Nix singing.
The podcast that's going to come out on Wednesday on SoundCloud and iTunes, just search for 616 Entertainment and you can subscribe and you can follow us every week in our adventures. This week's show features, of course, well, I shouldn't say of course, seeing as though you took a 3-week vacation.
None of them were my fault. Every time you were
Didn't clear it with the company. Just stopped showing up. to
Here's what
work.
happened. 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row, Ian calls me and says, "Hey, I'm going to do the show without you because you always ruin everything. So I don't want you on the show. Maybe in a couple weeks, I'll have you back."
So,
And that's basically what happened.
but that's
And I cried at home.
That's your side of the story.
What's
And-
your side? I'd like to hear it. I'd like to
see.
hear
Here's the thing. There's two sides of every story. There's your side and there's the truth. So the truth is, you got your own episode. You got episode 99, Behind the Artist. It
Best show ever.
It was all about you.
Best episode we've ever
The
done.
whole thing was about you. The numbers were all right. And you get this whole show to yourself. And so the next week, I get a show to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's fair. In the interest of fairness, to celebrate episode 100, 99, and 100 were these big special things.
True so far.
And so you get yours and I got mine. And then the next week, 101, it's time to get the band back together. You know what I'm saying? It's time to start a new 100 episodes.
Yeah.
You want to tell me real quick who was on episode 101?
You by yourself.
Oh.
Because you're like, this is...
Yeah.
Because what happened was you were like, oh, I did a show all by myself. So now I'm just going to do it again.
Well,
And
see,
I'm
now
just
here's
gonna
the
be
thing,
solo.
is I was sick. I was clearly sick of the Dan Dans. Listen to that episode. I was sick.
It's a lie.
It's not. So I texted the artist, and I said, look, man, I'm not feeling that great. If you want, you can come pick up the recorder. I trust you
Oh, you were
to carry...
fucking such a cunt liar.
Jesus Christ. I said, you can come by and pick up the recorder, and I trust you that you can carry the show. You can do another episode by yourself.
You're such a liar.
Because you've gotten better over time. And
That's the biggest lie. I'll show you the text.
So what ended up happening was you told me, get fucked. I don't want... See, speaking of get fucked, Nigel Bravo's calling it.
Yeah,
Take the call. Take the call. It's interesting when I'm talking about the bullshit he pulls and he wants to take a phone call.
I didn't tell Nigel to call me. You are so full of fucking shit. Nigel, you're on Raw Talks. What do you have to say?
Oh, it's a beautiful show. I think everybody listening is lucky right now for having to be able to watch and listen to this beautiful show. And, they should hit that like button right now, because why the fuck wouldn't you? And also, what's up?
Nothing. We're just doing a show. Ian's burying me like usual.
Well, is he burying you like how AJ Styles and Y2J buried the
Nigel,
New Day today?
Nigel,
We're not talking about Raw.
we're not talking about Raw at all tonight.
Oh, are you talking about Mike Trout's terrible character personally? Like how awful he is as being a human?
Well, kinda.
All right, well, throw me in the mix. Let me get involved in this.
Nigel, here's the deal. I don't want to talk about the artist. You called me last night, and what was our conversation like?
When I called you,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, man, dude, want to hang out? And you're like, nah, man, I'm painting. I'm a painting boy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's pretty cool, but do you want to hang out? And you're like, no, I got to go to sleep. I'm like, well, I'm going to go get drunk all night. And then, so I think we both did those things. And, guys, I got work at midnight, and I've been drinking a lot, and I'm going to keep drinking until I have to go to work. So that's pretty cool, right?
I stayed up much later than I should have, Nigel, and I made a great playlist, and I had this playlist running, and sometimes you just have the perfect collection of songs that you can't, you just can't turn it off.
No, I get that. Sometimes I keep driving because my playlist on my iPod's so good. Like, I get home and I'm like, fuck this, I gotta keep going. So then I add on like 60 more miles.
See, Nigel, this is why I feel like we're cut from the same cloth. We're kin, as you could say.
We're former co-workers, so,
yeah.
we got a special bond there.
And I feel like we still share a bond in the name of 616 Entertainment.
Oh, we do. You know what the best part about 616 Entertainment, though?
Tell me.
R&B a dating show.
Wait, what is R&B a dating show?
It's a dating advice program hosted by Michael Thomas Robinson, the #1 handsome boy, and No Taxes Nigel Bravo, the insane rock and roll man, the party priest, the crazy Monopoly world champion. You know that guy.
Local Andrew WK.
I've been called that by myself mostly, but probably some other people too. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
So are you saying that I could watch this show every Friday on youtube.com/616entertainment?
Every Friday.
Wow.
Stay up Thursday real late until midnight, till it's technically Friday, and boom, watch the fucking new episode. Share it all the time. Click that like button. Submit us questions, because the show really just is all about helping the Dan Dans.
See,
so
now
we care about you guys. We want to get all you guys beautiful dates. We want you to have whatever you want from the opposite sex or same sex, whatever you like. We're here to help you.
Nigel, I'm excited about the podcast that goes up on Wednesday. And I was trying to tell the Dan Dans earlier that this week's episode features No Taxes Nigel Bravo. It features the #1 handsome boy Michael Thomas Robinson. It features Marvelous Matt Nix. It features the artist formerly known as Mike Charles because he decided to show up for this episode.
Go fuck yourself.
And we're playing.
Finally decided to show up.
We're playing
like a month.
Can You Name 5? And next week's episode is just us playing a board game, and I think it's a great episode.
We also may or may not have tried to summon a demon. So
I'm gonna put that in the next week. I'm splitting it up.
Okay. Well, guess what? We played this board game, and artists tried to read the rules. He read them wrong, so clearly there was a lot of problems that happened after that.
How can I read them wrong? I read them out
Dude,
loud to you guys.
You're the one that read them wrong. Don't blame me.
Nobody
okay?
listened.
No one's going to listen to you because you're reading the fucking boring-ass rules. Let's just play the game. That's what we've been saying the whole time.
Nigel, when I was listening back to it to edit it because we said a certain thing that I don't want in there, I said it to be specific. I can't say it now. We're live, dude. It would defeat the purpose of me taking it out.
That only I would know?
Yeah, I'll call you later.
Okay, that sounds good.
So, but there's a part in there that I kind of felt a little bit bad about where the artists obviously couldn't get the rules across to us, so I took the rule.
You wonder why I took 3 weeks off, you fucking asses.
And so I start reading the rules, and as soon as I start talking, you started your own conversation with Nick on the side, and I snapped at you, and I was like, you should fucking pay attention if you're going to play. And I feel bad about that, and I apologize to you.
You know what's funny is when I was reading the rules, Ian was the one talking. So.
Well, yeah, because you were reading them.
Guess what, Ian?
What's up?
Guess what? I accept your apology. Really, it's been weighing on me since then. And I'm glad we got through this and that we're still great friends.
Is it all right if the artist hugs me on your behalf?
I'm not touching anybody in this room.
He's got to exert about 70% of force in this hug. It needs to be a 70% hug right now. So
why should I do that? I've been.
Come on.
All that's
You're
been.
my boy. You're my boy artist.
Well,
You're banker boy.
You guys, you call me and you gang up on me. You bury me.
I didn't gang
I'm
up.
buried.
I'm on
I
your
can't
side.
even. No.
I got a tattoo of your name.
I'm not hugging you.
Let's be okay. The artist is getting upset because we bury him sometimes. But Nigel,
and you lie. You slander my name.
Nigel, I buried you the other day. We were having a conversation and I hung up on you.
Yeah, no. Ian hangs up on me, and you know why? So he can take Robinson's phone call.
That wasn't the real reason.
I was looking for a ramp. I wanted to crash my car right then. I was looking for a ramp. I was going to jump off it, crash it, and die because I felt real bad that you wanted to talk to Robinson more than you want to talk to me. Because no one wants to talk to Robinson more. He's a trash. He's a piece of book.
See, now I didn't particularly want to talk to Robinson.
Well, then what was it?
It was a bit.
Oh, why didn't you just say so?
I did. I texted you later because I kind of felt bad about it, and
Dude,
you threatened to quit.
I was way too drunk to say anything. I did quit the show. That happened.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing: is you texted the artist and Robinson that you quit R&B, a dating show, and then you didn't tell me.
Well, you know, I didn't want you to be mad, so I decided to tell everyone but you.
Don't you figure you should inform the director and showrunner?
No, I think you'd probably figure it out when I wasn't there for filming. You know.
Well, see, the artist didn't show up for the podcast for 3 weeks, but he came back.
Oh well, you know, it's different than that. You know, I was pretty set in quitting because literally the biggest insult you could ever give me is hanging up on me to talk to Robinson.
Nigel,
and we all know why.
Nigel, we got to get back to our conversation, so can we let you go?
Well, real quick, can I say one thing to the Dan Dans?
Of course.
Hey guys, I'm not being a character right now. This is the real Nigel. And you know what? I'm about to go to work, you know, pretty soon, which sucks. But guess what? I'm happy all of you listen and watch this show and watch this channel. And just be sure to spread the word. Because the more people you get to like it, the more you will like it. Because it will be celebrated all around this beautiful world. And you know what? We could have so much more fun if there were so many more people in this 616 Entertainment party. So invite people. Hit that like button. Hit that share. Subscribe. Tell everyone. Tell people that don't even like things. Yeah, just tell them to get fucked and fucking watch this goddamn show, you goddamn assholes. What? Share the goddamn shows. All right, I gotta go. I gotta drink and go to work. Goodbye.
I love you. Later.
All right, I kissed almost as many dudes as chicks in the last couple months. That's upsetting.
That's pretty cool, man.
Oh, I didn't know it was cool.
Whatever you want to do, I support you, brother.
Well, I mean, I don't want to do that, but that's just the way things have been going. Watch my dating advice show. Goodbye.
We've got Gina Malta in the chat, who provided the question for the last episode of R&B.
It's a great question.
I
It's a
believe.
great episode.
And she says, when can I order an R&B dating show tee? This is a good question. We have several friends in the t-shirt making realm.
Yeah, we could make this happen. It's just
See, now the question I have is, people don't really like to buy white t-shirts. I know I certainly don't really like to wear white t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? I much prefer black t-shirts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we could make a white t-shirt with the 2 interlocked red hearts that say Robinson and Bravo, and we can put R&B a dating show underneath it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, we could do that on a white t-shirt, or we could do it on a black t-shirt with white text that says R&B a dating show.
Yeah.
That's up to the Dan-Dans. Like, if people are willing to buy the shirts, we'll make them. I'm not even playing.
No, of course we will, but it's just I don't know.
D-Ray says, And I started doing that as a bit, as an ode to Colin Moriarty.
Yeah.
But it's now
You just do it.
cemented in my everyday lexicon, whether I like it or not.
It happens
See,
sometimes.
Now Gina says she wants a red shirt with white hearts. No, that's
No,
Gina.
the hearts are red.
And the eventual 616 Entertainment shirt will most likely
Red with
be
white.
red with white because that's the logo, or it would be black with the logo. You know what I'm saying? Jazz James says, I do legitimately want some sort of 616 shirt. If there's demand for it, Dan-Dans, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, we
We gotta
can't just
figure it
make
out.
these shirts if no one's going to buy them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because it costs money to make them.
Amanda Levine says the painting's in the background with a Purple Heart. Now, a Purple Heart is an award that's given away to military gentlemen and ladies. You know what I'm saying?
For being wounded in war.
I did this one last night, and it doesn't translate very well to the camera. And I was just kind of moving some colors around, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to figure some stuff out. And what do you think?
It smells like a painting.
It might be done. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a painter.
That's the thing is, I never fucking know if they're done. So that kind of just, this one I like. I was, son of a bitch. Hold on the show. I was just kind of moving some purples around. You know what I'm saying? And if you've got, see, you know,
Also
here's,
smells like a painting.
it's one thing I really like kind of started to do last night was, I start with a little bit of lavender there. And what I did was I painted this part red and this part blue, and then I dropped some white on it and I fucked it all up. And then when I had these different shades going, I took a spray bottle to it and I kind of fucked it all up there so the water would run and it would blend the colors. And if you've got your video quality on high, you can see that I also dropped black glitter on there.
This is riveting stuff.
See, I think a lot of people like when I talk about the things I create, except you, which would perfectly,
You got a purple.
it would perfectly describe why you would just no-show work
I'm
for
so
3
I'm so
weeks
sick
in a
of
row.
this. I'm about to do it again.
System says he's wearing a white shirt.
So?
Well, I think he's saying that it wouldn't be a deal breaker if we made white shirts.
It wouldn't be a deal breaker. Just like, is that what we want to put out? in the
Yeah.
world?
Gina says, I bought shirts for you guys. I think it's obvious I will buy one for myself.
That's a good point.
I still want to put Gina over as a fucking top level Dan.
Oh, I mean, no Dan-Dan has ever given us gifts before. Sent them through mail.
I'm gonna be the fuck honest now. You want me to be the fuck honest?
Yeah.
I lost my New Day shirt for like a
What
month.
the
I found it.
I do that too with clothes.
Dude, I lose shirts.
I found a. Go ahead.
I lose shirts. I lose keys. I've lost records. I lost all my paint. I had to go out last night and buy paint because I don't know where any of my fucking paint is.
Maybe it's just gone. Maybe you used it.
No, it doesn't just go.
No, you used it.
No, because the last time, you know what I'm saying? I didn't use it all. The lighting's changed drastically now. I felt like I was looking pretty good earlier, and it's not.
It's fine.
It's not playing on me the way it was. You're looking pretty good tonight. Let me tell you
I
something.
always look good. No, I lose shirts, in the laundry sometimes, and like it gets thrown in the back of the closet or something. I recently found a nice shirt that I liked, like a dark blue button-up like flannel shirt. I like I roll the sleeves up on it. Let me tell you, I look good in that shirt.
I believe you. There's a number of good shirts that you look good in.
Like what?
Can you grab me that Frank Iero shirt over there? I want to show the Dan Dan's one of the shirts I bought today. Sometimes you got to go out. You got to get some new clothes. You got to be looking good. You know what I'm saying? For one reason or another. And so today I went out and I bought this real nice Frank Iero and the Celebration shirt. You want to read the caption there?
I can't read it. Until the crown holds me in its arms, I am true.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that sweet?
I don't get it.
You wouldn't. That's why you don't like my paintings. It's just a background. I like this one. It's like abstract art.
This isn't anything yet.
It doesn't have to be something to be something. You know what I mean?
Needs a face.
Does it?
Yeah. Look at it. It's like I'm framed perfectly, and it's like a portrait of myself. This is getting silly.
The Dan Dans they're coming out in droves tonight, and this is one of the more active chats we've had recently.
Oh yeah.
I know you don't remember last week because you weren't here. I did the show with Sam Fricky, but
you poisoned my soup again. I knew I shouldn't eat that soup I got in the mail. Damn Sam Fricky.
Steve Schneider says that he's going to be in town. He's going to be in Chicago in 17 days, and no one cares.
I didn't even know.
That's what I said the other day. I feel like he's burying the 616.
So he just doesn't tell anybody.
He doesn't. Well, what about the fucking last time we saw him? He surprised us.
Well, that was.
I'm giving Brie a hug, and then this fucking man is in my face, and I'm about to look over and go, dude.
It was awesome.
And it was Steve Schneider.
He was debuting at Freelance Wrestling.
I've never gone from feeling like someone was violating my personal space and being angry about it to being very happy about it.
Because you saw your boy.
Yeah. At first, I just thought it was some boy, and I didn't enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Earlier, when you claimed we were persecuting you, Jazz James says, #I stand with the artist.
I saw that, and Jazz James, I appreciate you as a man and a gentleman and a Dan Dan.
System says, artist is just a fuck up.
The System, you can go fuck yourself. That's how I feel about System.
He also says, my face and neck hurt from laughing at the poster falling on Nigel.
Oh, that was a great moment.
Also,
maybe the greatest moment in 616 Entertainment.
Real quick. It was right around the time you said that nobody cared about my paintings. Amanda Levine says, I care.
I didn't say nobody cared.
And you know what the best part is that's not what she was talking about. She was talking about Steve Schneider.
I know.
But you didn't call me on it.
So and I didn't even say nobody cared. I said this is riveting stuff in a very sarcastic tone, implying that nobody cares. But I didn't say that.
Amanda Levine says her old email address was Iero is my hero too. I like that.
Wow.
She told me about that before.
You guys got a lot in common. As far as your musical tastes.
Other stuff too. We both like colors.
I love colors.
We like dogs.
I love dogs. Hey, can I be your guys' friends?
You're more than invited. If you would show up once in a while, you could.
Would you shut up? I'm not even playing anymore, man. I just want to come to a show and say, no show. I got nothing to do on the weekends. That's all I do. I'm just a sad boy at home.
No, your life has been fresh and exciting lately, but you don't want to talk about it.
Well, I could talk about. I just don't want to talk about specifics. I don't want to talk about
it. I think this is my favorite episode of Raw Talks ever. You want to know why?
Why?
Because we're not talking about wrestling at all.
We've done that before.
Not like this.
No,
we're making no effort whatsoever.
There was one other episode where we did it.
For real?
Yeah, there was one.
Amanda Levine says, sorry, my comments are terrible in this chat. I disagree.
No, they're great.
I think she lends a lot to the chat. You know what I'm saying? She says, and I also care about your paintings as well as Steve coming to Chicago. Jazz James says the artist just transformed into Don Vito. Give me your best Don Vito.
Oh, yo! Get out of here, ass.
Dude, your ass thing is super Vito.
I know.
I never realized how Vito it was. Get out of here, ass may have come from Don Vito.
Maybe.
Dan Nans, I got questions though, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, we got a lot of Dan Nans who have been joining us tonight. We only got 3 likes.
That's a fucked up statement.
It's a fucked up truck.
It's fucked up that it's a true statement.
I mean, like, I feel like it would be funny if we continue to do WWE Raw Talks live and stop watching wrestling and never talk about wrestling.
I pitched this.
I don't remember that.
Well, what else is new?
I can't remember stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Steve just said Leo DiCaprio won a boy named Oscar. I should have brought this up when we had Nigel on the phone, because I made a bet with Nigel that Leo would win the Oscar for his role in The Revenant. Nigel said, no, he would not. We made a bet. We made a $2 bet. I gave him the field.
Yeah.
And I came out on top.
Well, everyone knew he was going to win, so
Not Nigel.
I wouldn't.
Don't take this
put
away from
yourself over that much.
Don't
I'm not taking anything.
Nigel
over you.
thought he was going to lose. You know how I knew though? He we were at Olympic Star and he was drunk. We were talking in the bathroom about the Oscars.
Nigel? No.
And I said, I think Leo's going to win this year. And he goes, no, I think it's going to be Tom Hanks. And I'm like, Tom Hanks isn't nominated. So you don't know what you're talking about. But I didn't say that.
I didn't watch the Oscars.
I watched part of it.
No, I don't have any interest in that. I don't need anybody to tell me what the good movies are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I had this whole joke worked out. Bam's from Westchester. I had this whole jerk. I had this whole joke worked out that I was going to tweet and say, what time do the Oscars start? So I can find out what movies I'm supposed to like. But see, now I think that is funny and snarky, but it's also very sports ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's the people who, when the Super Bowl's going on and they don't like sports or care about sports, and they want everyone to know that they don't care about the thing that's happening.
Yeah, don't do
and
that.
I was like, I don't want to be that guy. I will just know that I'm funny, rather than.
Yeah, but I kind of think you're. I don't know. I don't think it's about telling people what to like. It's about rewarding artists.
It's a joke
for their work and their accomplishment. It's about recognizing. Now, I do definitely have a problem with like, this is the best movie of the year. It's like, says who?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't have a problem with award shows in like the sense that it's supposed to be about, like I said, like recognizing art, good art for art's sake. Oh man,
I'm talking to the Dan-Dans real quick, and I was just letting them know that we want to talk about what they want us to talk about. We do still want to share this time with the Dan-Dans. We don't just want to avoid talking about wrestling at all costs. We also want to spend time with our lovely friends and neighbors.
While we give them time to post things in the chat.
Yeah.
We want to watch this girl fart again.
Hey, Ty. Mm-hmm. Is that real? Oh! How is that possible? Jesus! Smell it. I can't believe you farted like that. How?
You get way too much enjoyment out of that.
It's so good. Oh, don't go fuck yourself. You don't think that's just funny?
I mean, it's funny. I wouldn't play it 4 times on a show.
Well, you just did, bud.
All right, I guess. Steve Schneider says the winners of Oscars are voted by previous Oscar winners.
I don't think that's right.
He says, so essentially the Oscars are the best, voted by the best.
Nah. Maybe, I mean, maybe there might be some previous Oscar winners in the Academy, but that's not what.
Who's your favorite Academy?
Police Academy.
Which one?
No, those movies are terrible.
No, incorrect. The first two?
The ones I've seen are bad.
Which you haven't seen the first two, and if you have, you just have bad taste.
Bobcat Goldthwait's in those.
What's he sound like?
I don't know.
See, like, I just feel like the three shows that you decided not to come to would have been better if you were there, because this is the kind of energy that you bring.
I know. I don't know why you didn't want me there.
See, you didn't let me finish explaining earlier that after you got your own episode with 99, I was having a conversation with somebody about how I think your ego just got really overinflated after that.
It did.
And so
it did.
I said that you've been out gallivanting about town, and I think your ego's too big for the show, and you're too big for the company now. And then I ran that past you that's how I felt, and then you said, pretty much.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is my ego was so big that I wasn't gonna. Why, if my ego is big, why would I take time off of attention for me? I just think that you think the show is beneath you. No, I need the attention because my ego is too big. And so here's what I think happened: is you gave me that episode, or it was your idea to do.
No, you're right. I gave it to you.
Shut your fucking mouth.
I'm just saying what you said.
And you were like, "Oh, you know what? That was too much. We shouldn't have done that. The artist never should have had his own episode. Let's keep him in check. Let's pull the reins back a little bit and kick him off the show for 3 fucking weeks."
You know how upset Tara was when I said that you didn't want to talk to her and you weren't going to show.
Why would you tell her that? That's not true at all.
I thought we were going to have a really good show that night, and then
you are the biggest liar.
And then you texted me and you're like,
life.
You were like, "Look, I don't want to talk to her." I mean, I don't mean to air your dirty laundry out.
You are such a slanderous motherfucker. I can't take this shit. I'm not. Oh.
I like how your one eye is uncovered. Do that again.
I was doing it on purpose.
That should be your new profile picture on Facebook.
I've been looking for a new one.
I just took a great one for Nick, the guy I work with the other day.
Somebody screen capped it.
I told him.
You're gonna talk.
I'm letting them screen cap it. I'm trying to look good.
I'm gonna crop you out.
Anyway, Robinson told Nick. This is literally how he walked into the store. He goes, "Nick, what's up with your profile picture on Facebook?" That's how he greeted him. And Nick was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You look like you're about 12 years old. Got to change it." And then he just walked into the back room. And so I said to Nick, "Let me take a photo of you and it will be your new profile picture." And he said, "I don't know, man. Go to Nick Rowan's Facebook and look at his profile picture." You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you can tell I took it.
Wait, is this the one where he's like in between the...
No, that's when I told the public that I was going to kill him in the walls.
What's his name?
Don't worry about it. Nick Rowan.
How do I spell that?
He's a good man. I'd like to have him on the podcast.
How do I spell that?
R-A... I don't know. I don't study him. Yeah, that's nice. Bad. Show that boy. Show that boy. He's a nice boy. I wanted to take a photo of him eating his pizza.
Where's the old one? Is this the old one?
No, that's not the same man.
These are his profile pictures.
He's one of those guys who puts pictures that aren't his own.
Let me find this one. Is this the one?
No, he's like 12 there.
That's what Robinson said.
Yeah, but Robinson was just insulting him because the photo had been
These
taken
are his own profile
just
pictures.
A couple months prior. He deleted it because after we brought it up and kind of buried him about it, he was embarrassed.
Well, he should be. Heaven.
So I feel like, we kind of did him a favor. Amanda Levine says, "When can we all hang out? I miss you boys."
Whenever.
What are you doing, not tomorrow. What are you doing Wednesday? I like hanging out with Amanda. Like hanging out with all you friends.
I might be able to do Wednesday. I'll write it down in my schedule book.
You want to hang out Thursday?
Thursday could work too.
You want to hang out Friday?
Friday won't work.
You want to hang out Tuesday?
No, I got stuff to do tomorrow.
So do I. You want to hang out Saturday?
Why are you assuming this?
I mean, I'm still a little hurt.
Oh, you're hurt.
Mm.
You're hurt. You took my show away from me. It's all I have in life. I'm sitting at home waiting for phone calls. I didn't know if I was ever coming back.
Did you ever see that episode of King of Queens where Carrie's dad wants a cell phone because he always goes to the coffee shop and he sees all the people texting and talking to their friends and everything. And so, this is Frank Costanza, by the way. So he goes out.
Arthur Spooner in that show.
Same character, almost.
Pretty much.
He goes out and he buys a cell phone and then goes to the coffee shop. And then he's still sitting around watching everyone else's phone ring and nobody calls him.
Right.
And it's heartbreaking. He tried to fill the void in his heart with a cell phone. But a cell phone is merely a piece of plastic.
That's pretty fucked up.
Fucking Burnout Inc.
That's not a good one. I don't like that.
You don't like his work?
No.
Guys, Burnout Inc. on Instagram was
My
nice
eye is
enough.
too closed.
All right. Well, do you want to redo it?
Just make it.
Do you want to know about the film?
All right, that should be enough.
I really would appreciate it if you didn't crop me out.
For my Facebook, it's gonna be about me. I don't want people to be confused about who I am.
I don't think they will be. System says the artist lost his smile. Now, I don't know if you know the backstory of this, but back in the mid-'90s, Shawn Michaels had a pretty bad drug problem. This was known. And he vacated the title in real life because he needed to go spend some time on himself and get himself together because his ego, you know what I'm saying? It was just, you know what I'm saying? So he went in the ring and he cut a very real promo for the crowd. He's just trying to tell the fans, like, look, I'll be back. I just need some time for myself. He's like, I lost my smile. And I just want to go home and try to find it. So maybe tonight, when you get home before you get in bed, you know.
The only thing keeping my smile away from me is you. That's how I feel. I'd be the happiest boy on earth with a YouTube show and not you getting in the way of my happiness.
I want to talk about what's going to make you happy. All right? Let's talk about what makes you happy.
Gumdrops.
Raindrops on roses.
No, gumdrops suck.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens.
Gumdrops are not good candy.
No.
My mom likes those. They're terrible.
Starbursts are garbage.
No, you're wrong. Starbursts make me happy. I like pizza. I
had a conversation with Tara last night. She's a rat and a scammer.
Okay.
And so I was going to out-scam her. And I concocted this whole story that I was going to tell her. And then when she was like interested and concerned, I was going to let her know that it was just a scam.
Oh.
But we texted each other at the exact same second. And so I just let the scam go in order to react to what she said. And then I was like, look, my scam got fucked up. And she just buried the shit out of me.
What was the scam?
I just explained it.
It didn't make sense to me.
I concocted a story that I was going to tell her. All lies.
Okay.
And then the punchline is that none of it happened and I scammed her.
That's not a scam.
That's a scam.
That's just lying.
Okay. Now she buried the fuck out of me and said that I'm not a scammer.
That's not a scam.
I don't know how to scam. And then she was like,
right.
I'll tell you how to.
She's right.
She's like, I'll tell you how to scam. They have free Starburst at the airport, and I took like 3 handfuls. And I go, that's your scam?
That's a better scam than you. She got something out of that. She had gain. You're just making up, telling a story is not a scam.
Yeah, but if I could rope her in and have her,
you don't know the goddamn definition of a scam. That's better. Better Burnout. I like it.
I fucked up his Instagram handle. It's Burnout Inc. BPW on Instagram, where everyone should follow him. That's your new profile picture, dog. Because you've been rocking you wearing the fucking.
I know. I gotta change it.
Thing.
I was looking through. I'm like, God, there's nothing.
That's
good here.
so long ago. That's before I ever dyed my hair.
You know what that was from?
Yeah, the unboxing of
The Retron 5.
something or other. Yeah,
That's what it was.
remember when we used to do Let's Plays?
Yeah.
You reminded me of Castro right there. You trying to fart? What are you doing?
I farted. No, I didn't.
Pretty sure you did. I can't believe you farted like that. So yeah, what was I talking about? I ruined my
Scamming?
scam.
You never had a scanning.
Oh, I brought this up because you mentioned candy, and I just wanted to say
Starburst suck.
Starbursts are garbage.
No, you're right.
And that's the thing is all the candy that she took was like pineapple Starburst.
Well, pineapple's not good. I'd still eat it.
She would
Um,
bury you if she heard you say that. What was that?
An internal burp.
I guarantee that registered.
Oh yeah.
It's like pineapple Starburst.
Well, pineapple. I'd still eat it.
She would bury you if she heard you say that.
Mm.
It was way less dramatic on screen. Steve Schneider said he's going to eat ice cream tonight. What do you think about that?
That if it makes them happy. What else makes me happy?
Mm.
The company of my friends. People sharing and liking our YouTube videos and enjoying them and telling us good things about them.
What is what's your favorite part of the day?
Watching
What?
Watching funny jokes.
Okay.
Probably like when I get home from work, like on a weekday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably like the first moment, like I walk in the door at home, like my day is done. Like I can, like now the rest of the time I have to myself, I can do whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
What's your least favorite part of the day?
Waking up in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
No doubt about that.
I was having an existential crisis, a mild breakdown the other night, and so
It
now
happens, it happens.
I wasn't thinking about like not living anymore, but I was thinking about like, what if I just woke up as someone else?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't, but that's not what happened. I woke up and I was me, and I was in a better mood.
You were fine.
I was in a better mood
You
too.
get over it.
Yeah, it was a bad night. You know what I mean? You're so over this.
Nah.
You seem over it.
Well,
Are you over it or not?
a little bit, but that's okay.
Here's a good question from D-Ray. How are you going to see Batman v Superman first? Normal format or IMAX? Real quick, fuck IMAX.
Yeah, it's just normal.
Fuck IMAX.
Just the standard Cineplex experience.
Now I assume
Maybe you'd be playing on the Ultra screen at Marcus Theaters.
I will see Batman v Superman more than once.
Of course.
Tickets went on sale today.
Gonna get them.
Let's get them right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to buy tickets to Batman v Superman.
I don't see any movies matching Batman playing nearby today.
What a fucking idiot. Serious.
Fandango.
All right, here's what I got.
Fandango is a lively couples dance from Spain, usually in triple meter, traditionally accompanied by guitars and castanets, or hand clapping, palmas in Spanish. Fandango can be sung and danced. Sung fandango is usually bipartite. It has an instrumental introduction, followed by variaciones. I haven't read Spanish in a long time. Sung fandango usually follows the structure of cante, that consists of 4 or 5 octosyllabic verses, coplas, or musical phrases, tercios. Occasionally, the first copla is repeated. So here's what we're going to do. Dude, Fandango was a wrestler. Remember that?
Yes.
What the fuck is that guy doing?
I don't know.
It has been so long since I thought about him. Here we go. I'm gonna get tickets for this live on
It's
the fucking air.
Fandango.
Fandango.
How'd it go? How does the song go?
I have no fucking idea. Give me your best impression of it, though.
I don't even know how it sounds. I started to. That was that little noise that I made.
Are you interested in seeing Batman v Superman? Because I think D-Ray and I are going to go together. All right.
What kind of question is that?
So when does it come out? March 24th. We're looking at Fandango. 3D showtimes, real quick.
No.
If you see 3D movies, lose my number.
Go fuck yourself.
Speaking of losing my number, I put out a tweet today. I went to the mall by myself. Didn't enjoy it. So I'm at the mall, and I'm on the escalator. And there are 3 women in front of me who get on the escalator, and they stop. Now, I don't know about you, Dan, but when I get on an escalator, I continue to walk the fucking stairs.
Here's the thing.
Because I have legs that work. And if you stand still on escalators, lose my number.
No, here's the thing.
Because there are people in wheelchairs who look at those stairs, and they wish they could walk up them. And you're going to stand fucking still because they'll move you.
All right, I guess I just won't.
I just had to finish my point. Go ahead.
You can stand on the escalator, but you have to stand. Everybody who stands has to stand to one side, so everybody who wants to walk can walk up. Because when you fucking have 2 people that stand right next to each other and block it, and you're using the escalator to get up to go move faster, it's like, oh, I guess we're all just standing here and waiting for your fucking asses.
I'm going to buy a ticket on Fandango. Do you want one?
Yes.
And then you can just get me for it later?
Yes.
D-Ray, if you're coming with us, grab your ticket right now. You know what I'm saying?
What
Amanda,
time?
I don't know. 7:10 p.m. on March 24th.
All right.
When does this movie come out? I thought it came out on like the 26th. Comes out on the 25th. Yo, dog, we're seeing it at 7:10 p.m. on the 24th.
How's that possible?
Because I said, can you get your 616 boys some tickets? And Mr. Fandango was like,
What
we
day
got
of the
you.
week is that?
It's a Thursday.
All right.
Because movies come out on a Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So can you entertain the guests real quick while I purchase our tickets?
You guys like this? It's a new dance move I'm working on. And like I do this for a little bit, and then I throw some of these at you. And then I just go back. And then I just throw one in randomly. And like it's not a pattern that you can learn. Because it's just like, oh, like whenever I feel like doing that, like sometimes I'll do like really like spontaneously. But my hands are getting tired.
I think. Please continue.
System, shut up. I take a breath for 2 fucking seconds and you panic.
Dead air, brother.
System says, speaking of this, who the fuck walks up an escalator? That's the point of an escalator. I completely disagree with you, System. You're an idiot.
System, do me a favor, real quick. Lose my number. Unsubscribe.
Point of an
Unfollow me
escalator
on
is to
Twitter.
get to where you're going faster.
If you stand still on escalators, we're not friends.
D-Race is what theater and what time? Marcus Theater in Orland Park, 7 o'clock, 7:10?
I believe it's 7:10. Yeah. And
like I said, I don't mind if you stand on the escalator.
we're going.
If you is D-Ray coming?
If he buys his ticket.
All right.
He said the other day he wanted to come with us when we go. And
All right.
I really would enjoy his company.
Oh, I would love his company. We never hang out with that man.
That's fucked up. Like, I've been wanting to go get, what do we say, tacos and pizza with him for a long time?
He offered one time, but we were all too busy for
Yeah.
We're too busy.
I'm
for
a
that
busy man. You know what I'm saying?
I can't help it. I got shit.
You have to shit?
I have shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like things.
As you were. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, I was just saying with the escalator. You can. I get it. Like you're walking around the mall. You've been walking for days. You want to just stand for a second. That's fine. I don't care. But stand on one side. Don't block the whole thing. I use it because I want to be efficient. It's like the airport. They have like those those moving walkways things. You walk. The point is to get to your destination faster because you walk them and you're there half the time. I wish the city streets had walkways like that. I'd get to work in no time at all.
If I owned a mall, there would be no escalators. There would be stairs and there would be elevators for the handicapped. and people who are bringing cargo up to their
Why?
store at
What's the
different
point of
levels.
that?
What the fuck do you need an escalator for?
To get to your destination faster.
There's how much faster are you really going to get there? Not much faster.
People like, oh, fuck you.
If you think about how much money you would save on the power of having to run that fucking thing all the time, let alone the repairs it's going to take when it does break because some assholes flip-flop get stuck in there and they need to take the fucking thing apart.
There's old people that need them because they're too tired.
They can take the elevator.
Can anybody take the elevator?
Yes, but if you have any common decency, you will reserve those things for what you're supposed to
I don't care.
using.
I'm not going to your mall.
That's fine. Burnout Inc. says, have you guys seen The Witch? And then he uses the
way it's
the stylized spelling. And Deadpool. And if so, what were your thoughts on those two movies? This is why Burnout Inc. is one of my favorite people. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna be in the chat all night. He hangs out with us. And he's gonna hit us with some shit like this.
Good question.
Now, here's the thing is I've seen The Witch and the artist has seen Deadpool.
Yeah, that's funny.
He didn't invite me to see Deadpool.
You didn't invite me to see The Witch, so what the fuck?
I wasn't counting on you bringing that up. What'd you think about Deadpool?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was very funny. It was very entertaining. Ryan Reynolds did a good job. I liked the violence. It wasn't like there were parts that were pretty violent, but overall it was more like I didn't think it was like super gory. But that's all right. That's not what it was about.
Yeah. I feel like it was. I feel like it was about the extreme.
I mean, it was, but it was. I just mean like when I think of like a Quentin Tarantino movie where it's just like blood and guts, and it wasn't like that. There was one funny part where it's in the first action sequence, and a guy gets like thrown off a truck and hits like the overhead like traffic sign in the highway, and he like splatters across it. That was probably like the goriest part of the movie. And he's like Deadpool kills everybody, and Colossus shows up, and because Colossus is trying to get him to be like a good guy and like stop killing people. And he's like, I didn't even kill that many people. And then the guy falls off the sign and goes, he was up there when I got here.
That's funny. That could easily have happened in 22 Jump Street.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the Jump Street movies, underrated.
Oh yeah.
Underrated.
They're good.
Now I assumed those movies would be dog shit. And then I turned it on. And
well, I heard a lot of
minutes-
people say it was funny. Like people I trust.
I don't trust people's opinions on comedies. I'm a comedy snob. We've been over this.
Yes.
And so I got 10 minutes into 21 Jump Street, and I was like, great. This movie's for 15-year-olds. I would have enjoyed it in high school. And then I gave it another 10 minutes, and I was like, this fucking movie is so funny. Like, because it started off, I was like, it's going to be just an immature waste of fucking time. And it is. But it's immature, but it's not a waste of time. It's like, it's almost overly mature. Right. It knows exactly what the fuck it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I enjoy that. What were we talking about?
Deadpool and The Witch.
The Witch.
Deadpool, like the way he like broke the fourth wall was funny too. It was kind of weird because he wasn't as they took a slight step back on how psychotic Deadpool is actually. So then when he would like break the fourth wall like severely, it's like, well, why is he doing that? Because they didn't sell that much that he was like completely out of his mind. He seemed a little bit more normal than he does in the comic book, but yeah, I would recommend it. What do you think of The Witch?
It's all right.
Okay.
Here's the thing. The Witch, I would say, is undoubtedly a good movie. But it's acted very well. Okay. It's written very well. But if I was fucking not engaged in it, you know what I mean?
I see.
The accent is very thick. It's in the old plantation days, you see. So when they're speaking like that, and it's written as well as it is and acted as well as it is, I was getting like every fourth word. And I don't struggle.
It's like reading Shakespeare.
It was worse because
like,
when you read it, you can stop and go like,
yeah.
Huh? But when they're talking, it's like, what the fuck did he say? What did he say?
It's just like, what are you talking?
Yeah.
Like, what are you actually saying?
And as soon as the main character showed up, Tara leans over and goes, that's Triple H. So I was like, all right. Like, I'm going to see Triple H throughout the rest of this movie.
It's funny.
And then we told you that the Big
You
Show.
called me and said the Big Show was a baby.
I didn't tell you that.
Somebody told me that. Somebody told me it was the Big Show's in it, and he was a baby.
And so the next day,
and I coined him Big Baby Show.
Yeah, the next day I texted you and I said something about it, and you said, "So is Triple H and the Big Show really in it?" And I said, "No." And I said, "But it's good, and you should see it." And you said, "If Big Baby Show ain't in it, I ain't seeing it."
But I might see it this week.
Mm.
There's a chance I'll see it this weekend.
Can I come?
Nope. You saw it without me.
To offer you water, like who does that? Who takes a sip? Watch me almost smile because I knew what I was gonna do. That was a good bit. That was a good bit. A nice pregnant pause, as Colin Moriarty would say. Steve Schneider. Steve Schneider says, "Stole a character trait from the villain in Deadpool that I'm going to use for my character." Wow.
I'm trying to think of what it could be.
Well, let's not spoil it. Burnout Inc. says, "Agreed. I love the Jump Street movies. It's this generation's Beverly Hills Cop and Rush Hour, but so far has maintained its quality throughout both films." Well, see, we're headed towards the sequelitis, where Jonah Hill will be gone and replaced by Seth Rogen.
That's not till like 29 Jump Street, though.
It's coming.
We got a few movies, though. And then he'll be back for the next one.
Dude, Saw's coming back.
Is that legit?
Mm-hmm.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, they're like writing it right now.
Where'd you hear this?
Google it.
Was it on
Google it, and then you'll get a source. Amanda Levine says, "Where's your smart water?" See, you know, Amanda, I do much prefer smart water.
fucking bougie ass motherfucker?
I do much prefer smart water, but I don't always have it around, you see. So sometimes you just got to slum it and you got to drink Refresh. This shit is bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's bad.
But I you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Burnout Inc. says, "Big Baby Show KO punching a bunch of witches and a goat." Don't read that. Don't read that.
Is there a goat in it?
There's a lot of goats in it.
I know. I saw in the trailer.
Okay.
I saw a goat and a baby, some fat twins.
See, now, I can't remember who I said that those twins were. System says, "Is that a store brand water?" I would assume.
Yeah, it's like Jewel.
And System says, "Do you really want me to unsubscribe?" I want you to live your life, and I hope you live it a little better and you stop standing still on escalators. What do you think? Am I being a little harsh? I mean, that's in my nature.
No, I just think you're a little harsh. But like, he can stand on the escalators. Just stand to one side. Stand at the side that other people are standing.
Amanda says, "I'd rather drink tap water." Now, see, I do have an aversion to tap water. I don't want to drink tap water ever. No, I don't want to drink tap water. I don't want to drink fucking ketchup.
What about filtered tap water?
Mm-mm.
So you'll only drink bottled water?
Yeah, that's right.
You're a fucking loser.
I'm just doing a bit.
If that's true, you're a sucker. That's what you are. You stick to Windows. You're a sucker. That's how much you're a sucker.
It's a reference no one will understand.
I don't care. They get it.
What? I'm a stick to Windows. Where is his special?
Because you just buy into their bullshit. They're like, oh, the drink is
Listen.
the bottle.
Listen.
It's the best way to drink your water.
Look, listen. I assumed that smart water was just some bullshit. And then I went to the store one day and Smart Water had the biggest bottle, and I knew I needed to drink more water. So I bought the biggest bottle, happened to be Smart Water. And I'm like, let's see what this is cracked up to be. And I drink it, and I go, you know what I'm saying? So now, when I'm slumming it, drinking this cat piss, I can taste the difference. Do you ever go to somewhere, like a nice hot dog joint in the city, and get a true...
I get
Do you
what
ever
you're saying.
go to a hot dog joint in the city, you get a nice hot dog? I can't get this joke out.
I know what you're
And then you go home and you're eating those same old dollar store hot dogs. Your mouth is off.
You're right. Look, I get what you're saying. Smart Water's better. I'm sure it's better. But you can buy a filter and filter your tap water, and it's gonna taste good. And for you to be like, no, I'm above that. I only drink bottled water. You're a sucker. You're a sucker. That's all I'm saying.
I broke myself with that
It
dollar
wasn't-
store
it
hot
wasn't
dog.
that good.
No, and see, like,
Whatever.
I was picturing like someone's mom like going to the dollar store just to get those shitty hot dogs.
That's the only reason she goes there. She can afford more. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, Dan, I think we've had a fun night.
It's 11:40.
I think I had a lot of fun doing
My
this.
butt hurts.
Prove it.
It's all red. I'm sitting.
Prove it. Get it out.
No.
See, Amanda says in all caps, dollar store hot dogs. She thought it was funny. It was okay. No, dude, it was really good. It was really good. I didn't disappoint once again. D-Ray says, okay, ticket is bought for Bats vs. Soups. Are we dressing up?
Like
I mean,
superheroes?
No, I'll wear my rainbow pants. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Where can the Danans follow you on Twitter?
At the artist 616.
Where can they follow me?
At IDS 616.
Got it here in my mouth. What show should they watch on Monday?
This one.
What is it?
They know.
What about Wednesday?
The 616 Entertainment Podcast.
Where can they listen to it?
On iTunes or SoundCloud or YouTube. This YouTube channel.
And then Friday?
Well, that would be R&B A Dating Show.
Wow.
Best dating show in the history of dating shows.
Wow.
Best show in the history of dates.
I grew up in a haunted house. My dad didn't love me. It was awful. I hated it. Give me your best impression of the intro music to R&B.
I can't think of what it sounds like.
Sounds like, yeah, yeah. It's the Executioners.
Yeah.
Now, Jazz James, I think it was Jazz, asked a good question earlier. He said, are you phasing out the podcast on YouTube? Now, iTunes and SoundCloud are by far the priority, and I've been late getting them on YouTube. And I considered putting the podcast on YouTube, on like doing it on purpose on Friday or Saturday, so then I can say, but if you want to hear it first, you subscribe on iTunes and SoundCloud. You know what I mean? It puts those over more. People are like, oh, fuck, I want to hear it first. And it's just much easier and convenient. You know what I'm saying? Those are synonyms,
Sure.
but, you know, don't worry about me.
I would about you for sure.
Oh, what was I talking about? Podcast. I don't know if I want to keep putting it on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
really?
the numbers are so much better on the other two things that when people would click over to the YouTube channel and they see how few views the podcast actually get on here, it makes us look bad, I feel. You know what I mean? Not that any of this shit gets 100,000 views, but when the podcast goes up late and most people have already heard it and the YouTube stragglers show up,
Right.
and like Tara's episode has done like 12 views on YouTube,
Yeah.
and it has done many more than that
Okay.
on the other two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like eventually it would make sense to phase it out, and I think about doing it soon.
Okay.
You don't give a fuck.
I'm listening intently.
It just seems like you're going, okay, all right.
I think it's because it makes sense.
You think it makes sense? You like
Yeah.
it? When do you think we do it? Do you think 104 is the last one?
I don't know.
Maybe we make a video saying that we're going to do that.
All right.
So Dan Nance, I'm glad you joined us for WWE Raw Talks Live tonight. I didn't fucking pay attention to Raw at all. It wasn't extremely entertaining.
No.
It wasn't entertaining at all. I would much rather just hang out and talk with the artists.
It's tired. Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
So we love you, Danny.
Thanks for saying that.
We gonna see you next week. And you said that you had an outro video that you wanted to play this week, right?
Oh, yeah. Just give me one
Usually I play brown gloves. We didn't have brown gloves. That's tradition. But this wasn't a System says, have you gotten any comments from people that just stumbled upon your podcast? Yeah, in one way, shape, or form, you all stumbled upon the podcast. And if you would do some more sharing, I know you do. If you would continue to do so, that will continue to happen more and more. You know what I'm saying? Because I do appreciate you, System. I bust your balls a lot, but you know I'm just doing bits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we love you, Dan Nance. The artist is going to take control of the outro video.
All right, here's the outro.
Ty Ty.
Oh, Jesus Christ.